Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Collected, and welcome to another episode of a digital stream of House of Improvements. And I'm a minute late because I didn't realize what time it was. I didn't have time for my drink before either. Which is like half showing up, half not, because I got a new background. But all right, we'll give it a minute, let everyone come in. The quality should be pretty good today. I'm using my Sony LV1. So that should be good. Let's see, let me type in a little comment here. Hello, everyone. Cool. How's Improvements feeling like? I really should change that to feeling Chris Collected, but that's fine. We'll figure that out eventually. But yeah, so I'll give it a little minute there. Yeah. All right, so today what we're going to be doing is going over some digital information. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add this earlier. Share the screen, this screen. There we go. Oh, wait, what? Wait a second. Stop share. Share screen. This screen. Screen 1, not screen 2. Screen 2 is the screen that I'm looking at. You gotta look at screen 1. All right. So today what we're going to, one second. Today what we're going to be going over is the Patreon still, and doing more and more stuff on that. And so what we're going to look at is, well, this is a suggestion form, and really what it is I got a bunch of different forms here for when I contact you on Patreon. How can I talk to you and get a little bit more information from you before, you just hit up my DMs all the time, right? Or hit up something. This is a way for every month for me to kind of just get some information out of everyone. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yep, so today's stream is all about, the Patreon still, all this month. Ooh, I got something in my eye here. Still got fabric dust from work today. But yeah, so, what we're going to be going over is all this month is all the digital content that kind of goes along with a Patreon. So I got the bank account up and running. I got, more and more stuff going every day. And, by the end of this month is really when I wanted to have this whole Patreon launched and everything. So, part of it is understanding. Here, I'll get a big screen. Part of it is understanding, all the little pieces that go into it. So we'll look at some little forms here that I got. We'll make that bigger for everyone. So this is basically, okay, so actually, no, we'll start with this one. So this is the contact form. When you contact me and, sign up for my Patreon, I will then send you this form, and it goes over some basic options. So for starters, I do have some more to go. As you can see, I'm not fully done yet. There will be some more stuff that I've been adding in. But yeah, this was a default one that Google had, and then I've added more and more to it. So for starters, obviously your name. And then in the 21st century, something that's very important to a lot of people, and especially in my company, something that always will be important is your pronouns. So are you a man or woman, or you're non-binary like me, in between there. So, whatever it is that you are, you can put in there. And so you can see here, short answer text, meaning you could just type whatever you want in there. And this one too, so you can type, whereas there are other ones like this, that actually have you click the little box. So anyways, you got your name, your preferred pronouns, and your email address, along with, actually, you know what, let's put in shipping address, just to make sure that someone, understands. There you go. Yeah, so, they understand that, right? They understand that it's going to be a shipping address, where you want me to ship this to. And so you just write that in, and see it says long answer text. So it means more, this one has one line. It automatically produces 2 lines here, is all that means. So, and you won't see, just so you know, this kind of paragraph and that kind of stuff, you won't see that. Actually, is there a, I forget, yeah, here we go. I should have done this. There is a preview. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, so, this is what it would look like to you guys. So your name, your pronouns, your email, and I made pronouns not necessarily required. Some people in the modern world don't really care about it, and they're just like, whatever, I'm Mr. This, it doesn't matter. And other people, it's extremely important to them. So, whatever it is for you, you do you. Email, shipping address is required. And then what products are you most interested in? So you just came for the small tiers, you just came for the big stuff. What are you most excited about? And then, I would love to hear it. And there's that way I kind of know like, oh, you want more stuff in this? All right, let's do it, right? So the next one is t-shirt size. This is just like your common t-shirt and like a Hanes t-shirt. So just small, medium, large. And you're not bound to this. If you say I'm an extra large and then later on you're like, hey, I actually want a medium or a large, we could do that. I mean, I'm not going to hold you to this form. I will contact you before I actually do, because I have another form I'll be making here shortly. But to be able to like, hey, let me make sure this is the product that you want before I ship it out and before I make it, And then pant size, which is just like a short form answer. So, say you're a 34 waist, right? So you can kind of just type that in. The same thing is here. You can click on, what you want to click on. And then pant size, and then special requirements to consider when making my clothes. If any, then please write them down below and I will contact you to discuss them further. And, a big belly, short arms must meet some kind of religious standards. Like some people don't mix clothing. Like you can't have, your linens mixed with not natural fibers. Different religions have these kind of requirements. And I have absolutely no problem meeting those requirements. If they need to be modest, or they need to be long sleeve, or they need to be up to the neck, or, you can only expose with so much skin. Yeah, absolutely. Write that down in there. Actually, I wanted to make that probably a long answer, not short. But, it will be like, hey, you need some kind of requirement. Great, let's meet that requirement. Or some people have, different level of arms, or if you got, different big bellies. So like your waist is bigger than your actual chest, which happens for a lot of guys, is like their chest is like a 44 chest, but then like a 50 belly. And that's okay. We're going to make clothes for you. That's the kind of the idea and purpose of the entire company, is to make clothing for people that have different kind of requirements, whether it's a pronoun type requirement, whether it's, some kind of special consideration here, whatever you need. That's all what we do. And then submit it, and then, comment anything else you need. It just, it's always good to have that at the end to comment that. I'll go back to editing. And so that's your basic form, which, let's see, this one I wanted to make. Yeah, see, I have it on paragraph already. Cool. Yeah. So it just adds more, if you need it. Let's check it, actually. Boop. Yeah, see, you can keep on. So if you have a bunch of requirements, you can kind of keep on typing it down, and you have a whole paragraph of whatever you need. Yeah, because I know there's definitely a lot of people out there that have special requirements, and that's no problem. Let's meet those goals. All right. So next, that is just a standard thing. Then the first product that we're releasing is the t-shirt that you've been seeing me make. That is like one of the basic things. And so this is the t-shirt sign up form. And what it is, you put your name in, and then your standard shirt size that you think that you might want. But then, actually I wanted to make sure I had another one there. I forgot to put it there earlier. But yeah. Actually, we can take this one and import from there. Import question. There we go. Yeah, because that way it has all the sizes. I didn't have all the sizes before. And isn't that cool? You can kind of just like switch it out. Like I grabbed it from another form and put it into this form, which I always think is fun. Nice. It's nice that they do that, So anyways, you have that, and then, any additional requirements. Actually, additional requirements. So, if you do have some kind of thing that you think might be different on your shirt, then tell me. Say you want it a little bit longer, or you want to, it's not necessarily special requirements. I think I'll probably add that one in there too. But this is like if you just want the shirt longer, sleeves longer, things like that. Like that's, one of the goals of the company is little tiny changes can be pretty easily done if you're only making 1 or 2 shirts, right? It's like it's not as hard if you're making 1,000 shirts, then it's a lot different. So, anyways. Yeah, right. It's something different. People have real requirements, so it's just like and it can be difficult to buy from a company because you don't always know what they're actually selling because they say, oh, it's cotton, but it's like, is it really? You find out later that it's a cotton blend, and it's like it wasn't necessarily as honest as they thought they were going to be. Happens a lot. Okay, so and then this one is: do you want the T-shirt and to be more than 2 colors? So the standard T-shirt, if you remember, the top half is one color. The bottom half is another fabric and color. And so if yes, then you go down here. And if no, what do you want for your top? What do you want for your bottom? And actually, I meant to change this one. This one was going to be multiple choice grid. Is it multiple choice or is it checkbox? I think it's checkbox. Which one I needed to do. I think it's multi-choice. But yeah, it's like I'll have my options. So like blue, red, indigo, whatever my current selection for that month is. And then, top, let's say neckline. And then the other one is bottom half. Stuff like that, right? And so that's kind of the goal there. You see basically you can match up like, all right, I want my neckline to be blue. I want the bottom half to be indigo, or denim, or cotton, all these kinds of things, right? So whatever I have, like, because I have some like natural dyed cotton coming. I have different, I have some Japanese denim that we saw in the last one. Stuff like that, right? So it's like, whatever is coming out that month, we do it. Each row. Oh, you know what? I have this backwards. This should be blue, red, Japanese, denim, cotton, and then that should be top, bottom, and require a response in each row. So you have to respond to what you want the cotton to be. You have to respond to what the bottom will be. Yeah. Yeah, you see? So there you go. So like, that's basically the common idea of that shirt is like, you have 2 colors. And then if you say yes, then it's kind of how many and where. And this basically becomes 2 parts. You can kind of write it out in text here. Excuse me. Yeah, you can write it out in text here. And then also draw lines where you want cuts to be made. So we're going to go over this next month a little bit more. But if you remember correctly, part of that shirt is you can customize it however you want. So say you want to start here and you draw a line there, you can actually kind of like do that. And so I think I might end up changing this around because you can see I can import images. And so what I was thinking of doing is I'm going to go on do a basic shirt like this of my image and then do like an A, B, C, D, E, F, and then do like a bonus one as well. So it's like instead of necessarily draw the lines, it's going to be which one do you want? Do you want A, which is like, say, a triangle type design, or B, like we'll go over it next month, like some of the common designs that we're going to do. And then there will be like this I'll probably keep up as like, if you don't like any of those, then you can draw the lines yourself, And if you're in the upper tier, the 250 tier, you can get that as much as you want. However, chop that sucker up, get them real small, whatever you want, really. That way it's a nice custom little piece. And so, Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, I think so too. It's like it's gonna end up being there's a way to change this thing. See, yeah, and it fixed it now. Good. Yeah, see, this is how that top and bottom should look. Yeah, and it will be multi-choice. If yes, then which one? And then, option, let's say, triangle, shield, cut up, and I think we're doing 5 total, like basic ones, which is front to back, which is where the front is one color, back is another color. And let's see, vertical stripe. So I put a bunch of colors together and do it as a vertical stripe. Or horizontal. And then other. And then other, I'll probably just contact you about it and be like, we'll see see what it is. But yeah, so like that's the idea, which is also why I do these live streams, right? To kind of get live feedback of like, all right, is that too much? Is like that too little? Is like, does that sound crazy or does that sound reasonable? And it's like, so we'll and I'll be doing a sample of all these, and then you can see here, you can actually add an image in. And so I'll have, so currently, probably not. The only thing with that is it's 2 things. There's only 2 ways to put words onto clothing: screen printing, and the other one is going to be embroidery. I don't own an embroidery machine, and I don't own a screen printer. And so the only problem with that is I would say you would have to be in the 250 tier, because then I could go and actually like pay someone else to do the screen print. Because the problem is screen prints are very expensive. They're like incredibly expensive. And so, because you have to basically make the screen print, and that can cost anywhere from $50 to like $200, depending on how many colors and how many things you're doing. And then afterwards, you're still paying that guy like $30 each to like actually print it. Depending on $10, depending on like how many you're making, things like that. So, I mean, the words is going to be difficult. If I had an embroidery machine, it might be a little easier. And I definitely will think about that in the future of like, let me get a embroidery machine and start like really, messing with that. But I think for now, there won't be any words, but yeah, that's definitely something in the future that would be a great possibility. And, that's in the other thoughts and comments. You can definitely add that. Hey, I would like to do this. I've been in the 250 tier. I've been in the VIP tier for 3 months. Like, hey man, can I do that? Can I get the screen print? Especially if you want, every month I want it to have that screen print or something, then that's definitely more possible. But if you're like, I want a new logo every time, it's like, that's going to cost a lot of money. Like that realistically it's just not feasible to do in an easy time, unfortunately. Even though I did have a make my own screen print thing kit that I bought one time that worked okay. And so I have done that before. I made my own screen print in college and had to do like a UAT one. And then it was in thermochromatic colors. So it would change color based on the temperature. So I'm not against it. It's just, yeah, obviously I thought about that as well. And it's like, yeah, I mean, we can definitely do something like that. I can contact you about it. And, because do you want it like embroidered size, or are we talking like across the entire front? Like, that's the thing with a screen print or embroidery, because there are people you can pay for embroidery too, and it's like, I can definitely, source that out. But it really comes down to, is it like a polo shirt where it's like a little logo? Like, See, like that one's like a little logo on it, or is it like this kind of like, see, this whole big color is all screen printed on, so it's like, you know, that's a big difference. Big difference in price, big difference in effort, essentially, of doing all that stuff. But, you know, it's definitely doable. Like, you know, that's the whole point of this is I want to make custom clothing and make stuff that, you know, people enjoy. So, I mean, I'm for it. I'm all for it. And then let's see. That's weird. There's 2 of those. Why are there 3 of these open? That's so weird. I don't know why there are 3 of these open. So strange. Anyways, so next, the final form is that I wanted to small embroidery at the left pocket. Okay. Cool. Okay, sounds good to me. But yeah, I mean, I'm down with that. I mean, I'll definitely, you know, the nice thing with Phoenix is a nice thing with any kind of embroidery is because we live in America in the 21st century. I mean, look at that. Just within, you know, a 10-mile radius of me, you know what I mean? And 100-mile like out, there are so many companies that do it. I mean, I bet that one right there could probably do everything I needed. So that's the thing is I'll definitely contact them and talk to them about like, hey, what's the price? If I bring a shirt to you right now, how much that going to be? So, I mean, yeah, absolutely. If that's something you're interested in, and that's the whole point of this next form here. It's called the suggestions form. And so I would like to read your feedback on future products from the House of Improvements. So which kind of garments would you like me to start making? Leggings, shorts, pants. I know we already had a recommendation for shorts. So, I mean, I definitely had that on the list. I make sure, you know, jackets, accessories, you know, crop tops and all this kind of thing, skirts and everything. And then also for the small tier, because there's the big tier and then there's a small tier. So the small tier, it's like, excuse me, I had Greek food today, so I'm burping like crazy. But yeah, so new fabric products. That's the key there is fabric products. I don't make metal stuff. You know what I mean? Like I don't like, so necklaces and bracelets. It's like I can do a clasp, but I have to buy that clasp from somewhere. It's like I can't forge a clasp from like scratch. You know what I mean? So like, you know, the napkins, bowls. I was gonna do. Let me put this down first. Oops. I meant to go here. Themed products. So, you know, you want a Halloween one, you want a Christmas one, stuff like that, right? So, you know, we can always work that kind of stuff in. And then the next one is new techniques for me to try. If, like, I guess we'll put, you know, we definitely will right off the bat add in embroidery. Okay, so I mean, right off the bat, right? That's kind of the whole point of this kind of stuff is that, you know, if you really want embroidery, then that's definitely something we can talk about, and then we can definitely get done. But it's like, you know, natural dyeing. You want sheer clothing because right now, currently, nothing that I will sell will be sheer. But if someone out there is like, I really want the sleeves to be sheer, you know, yeah, let's do it. You know, I'm not against it. I'm not really against doing it. It's just like I'm not going to go out and buy 50 yards or something and then have no one buy it, right? It's like everything in the company is so small. The point is, what do you want? And then we'll push from there. And, you know, a couple years from now, I have a company full of other people's ideas and suggestions matched with what I can reliably do. And I live in Phoenix, so there's, as I showed you, there's 50 of everything, right? So it's like if I need a screen printer or an embroidery or like, you know, there are people that make all kinds of bracelets, and there's a guy who makes custom t-shirt, custom sunglasses. There's a guy who makes custom necklaces and bracelets, and you know, leather workers and steel workers, and a guy who makes custom enamel pens. I mean, everything that possibly can be made here in Phoenix. I don't think any industry that does not exist here. So it's like, yeah, I can get it made, no problem. I now have competitors. There'll be 5 other people that can do it, right? So it's like, you know, fully lined stuff. If it's, you know, you're paying $250, but you're like, it's not high quality enough. Oh yeah. So shadow folding. if you ever look at some, you know what? I should have brought one upstairs. It's when I did my senior collection, it was that gray jacket that had all like the folds in it. What it is shadow folding is strategically sewing clothing together to make shapes, make 3D shapes. So like what we'll do is you like sew it together, and then you sew this next part together, and then you sew this next part together, and then you sew the next part together, and then you end up with like a ruffled piece. That's what shadow folding is. I have a book on it, and it's something that I did in college, and I absolutely loved it. And I will be doing an Edna Mode cosplay starting on the May 1st. Like May is going to be like one of my main objectives for May is going to be doing an Edna Mode cosplay because I have a Comic-Con coming up and I want to do Edna Mode for cosplay. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. And so her sleeves are giant shadow folds. The whole thing is like, you know, little angle and a little angle and a little angle. You know, so it's that. If you remember my jacket, I call it the chain link fence jacket because it looked like a chain link fence. It just kept going down and down and down because that neoprene did not shadow fold well. It was not supposed to look like that, and I kind of looked at it. And I was like, that works. I was like, it looks like a chain link fence. So I kind of liked it. So it's just like, you know, ended up being like a little protest piece, which is kind of cute. But yeah, so, you know, we'll add this on the list. You know, when it first launches, you'll have that, and you can click on embroidery and get that added in. If you selected anything, tell me a bit about what you wanted. All right. So it's like, if, you know, if you want high-waisted pants, if you want your pants to be really baggy or like bell-bottomy, right? If you want really shiny stuff, you're like, hey, man, because right now a lot of stuff I'm buying is all natural fabric and natural stuff. And not a lot of it's super shiny, but I can find stuff that is shiny. You know what I mean? It's definitely possible. And that's good, because that's going to cut me off if, there you go. Okay, so yeah, you know, high-waisted shiny. So it's a paragraph here, write whatever you want. And then anything else, I love to read your feedback on any current outfits. So anything I sent you last month, if you're like, hey, this is a little too tight, and especially if you're like the 250 tier and that kind of stuff, I'll actually have another form. Just like I'll pretty much just contact you directly and talk to you and be like making sure these clothing fits you right. You know, and otherwise, I mean, that's what you're paying for to get these clothing to get you like nice and fit. But yeah, so that's the you know, that's the stream. It was only a 30-minute one today, just kind of the going over that I am still making this Patreon. Still, you know, there's just so much to it. There's like the little bits, you know, all this little stuff. And then let's see, one more thing I wanted to talk about today is this is a place I've been talking about a bunch. It's called Fabric. And let's see, actually, I can click on this too. Going slow today. There we go. But yeah, see, we're democratizing fashion. These are the two ladies that own the company. They're really nice ladies. I met them before. But see, you can manufacture here, you can use it as an event space, or you could become a member. Now, the member part is what I'm going to be doing. And what that is about is you can get, see, for free members, over 2K of access to all this stuff, right? And basically you have free, and then you have like a apparel one, which is up to $350 a month, but can go a lot higher than that. Because you can go like, literally, see, look, so it's $300 for 12 months and $950 after the first year. So really a good deal. I mean, and you get, you know, all this kind of, you know, all these kind of different things, all this virtual stuff, all the, you know, I mean, granted, my college degree taught me how to make tech packs, taught me how to do grading, taught me how to do markers, taught me how to do most of this stuff. So, but it's nice to have a refresher and a place locally in Phoenix. Yeah, I was gonna hit that one next. Yeah, and so, you know, the digital stuff and, you know, all kinds of cool stuff, plus access to their facility, you know, and really good stuff, cool stuff. But yeah, back to, that was just like, yeah, I forgot about that part. You're right. Yeah, so one thing with the measurement tool is if you're in the 250 tier, I actually am going to pay for you to go to an alterations place and get measurements done. It's by far and away the easiest way. The thing is I work at this tuxedo place where I make garments already right now. I'm telling you what, people rarely get their measurements correct. Unless you are a professional that like knows how to do it, it's actually pretty hard to do. Because people don't really quite understand, like, a high shoulder point is here. But if you do it here, suddenly when you put the garment on, it's going to be a half inch off. because you did it at the top of your neck instead of at like the base of your neck. And so little things like that can be quite difficult to understand if you don't do measurements often. So, I was realistically recommending that everyone goes and gets actual measurements done. Otherwise, use your common sizes, use your common pants and your common, where was it? The contact. You know what I mean? So like your common pants, oh, you know what? One of them must have been called something different. Is it this one? No, I have all three open. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I had another one. That's weird. I thought I had another one. But yeah, so it will, you'll go over, but yeah, so yeah, you go over different things. Oh yeah, it was in contact. That's where it is, because that pant size there. But yeah, so it's like, this will go over that. And actually, I did want to add that in to this one here. And just being like, actually, let's add it at the bottom there. Just kind of like a note saying like, please go to like an alterations place. It's like, do you know, do you, let's see, think you have a tailor for alterations place nearby to do measurements for you? And yeah, we'll just do yes, no for it. Measurements. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Yeah, and so that way you'll be able to like actually do that, because I mean the other way of doing it is there are apps on your phone now that can actually take a photo of you and get measurements that way. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm just like crazy today. But yeah. So my bad. I've had a rough day. It's been a rough day at work today. So I'm trying to be positive, but it could be a rough one. But yeah, so that's how I would do it. Recommend it. Like personally, go to an alterations place or go somewhere that has like a tailor and get measurements done, and then send that to me. I think that would be the best way to do it, especially if you have special requirements, if you do have the big belly and that kind of stuff. Because if you're like, hey, my t-shirt is a size extra large, but it doesn't really fit well, it doesn't really tell me much, right? So it's like, a tailor is, the space. Yeah, the Galaxy. I got it off the internet. I just typed in virtual backgrounds because my green screen is not big enough. I bought a green screen recently, but it's not actually big enough. I bought it like it's just not. I didn't realize how wide. Like my camera is kind of like here, like here wide, like really wide, and I didn't realize just how wide it is. Because on screen, it's like it just focuses on my face. So. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, but in that cute is a nice little Galaxy. That would be the one I probably use most likely all the time now, until I find something else that I like. And then every once in a while you can see my chair pop up. But it's black. Then the nice thing is I have a black chair, so you can kind of see only when my hair kind of like it like thinks it's a part of my hair, which is fun. Green screens are a fun thing, aren't they? They're a silly little thing. But yeah. So, I mean, that's what I think is, and I'll probably give an app suggestion as well. I'll look into like which one is best for that and did that as well. But yeah, I mean, most people, if you're wearing like an extra large t-shirt and you're like, hey, it's a little tight in the waist, you can put that in the special requirements. Just be like, hey, or in here, I wear an extra large, but I want it 2 inches longer and the waist is usually too tight. I'll read it and contact you and be like, hey, I'll add 2 inches to your waist. And then, tell me how that works. If it ends up being too big, then, you can always go to a tailor and alteration place and trim it down, right? And then tell me like, hey, the guy took off a ½ inch. Great. I'll update your pattern. It will be a ½ inch smaller. Next time you won't have to do that. So there will be, and I'll reimburse you for that alterations. Like part of the reason why it's the 250 and 150 tier, like the part of that is you get some money back if you have to go and do stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you want to send us some of your clothes, that is definitely doable. Yeah, or we can send some of our clothes to match our future notes. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can put down in the comments here, hey, I want to send that out, and I'll send you a shipping label. And, we'll consider it kind of like a return or something like that. Whereas I'll ship it out to you, or you ship it out, I'll ship a label to you, which is by email is how we usually do it. And if not, I think even FedEx and stuff like that, I can buy it from them and like tell them to do it. So we'll figure all that out. I'm still learning the ins and out of like Shopify and how to do all the packing and shipping part. But we'll get on that journey together and keep it going. But yeah, absolutely, I'm definitely down for you sending me your clothes. Even if you want to send me 2 or 3 shirts and I can combine them together too, right? That's like for the t-shirt part. We can always combine that stuff together. However you want. That's the point of the company. It's to give you a little more freedom instead of just having to go to Target all the time and buy what is just in stock, right? It's like I want you to buy what you love and what fits you well instead of just buying what's convenient. Yeah, I get that comment. I understand it, and basically what it is, it's a price limit. Is like the reimbursement is up to $25 is essentially how it works. So if it costs more than $25, then that's just what it costs. But yeah, I'll have that. Actually, I closed down the Patreon earlier today. I realized, but yeah, I'll have that up for you, and it will do different kind of fun stuff for me. But yeah. A little bit chaotic today, But yeah, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like when you start getting into logistics of it, man, I just get into the weeds so fast, which is why we're doing it slow, right? Because otherwise I'd be pulling my hair out and, doing this stuff every day, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Get some of the basics about showing you what I'm going to be doing. And, the Patreon, we'll go over that one next week. Next Tuesday, we'll go over the Patreon as like a final run through of like, this is what I'm doing. Because I've already done some pricing as well. And because I bought some fabric and things like that. So it's like I've already done some pricing and other things. So it's like, all right, let me make sure my prices are good. Make sure everyone's still on board with it. And then, yeah, we'll be good. All right, we're good to launch it basically next week or the week after that. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you guys like it. And then let's see. Where did I actually put that? Oh yeah, here it is. I had it beneath me. I still wanted to do the cards because I still got more cards to do. So we'll wind down here tonight. If you have any other comments or suggestions, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you're new to the channel, we're just building this brand one at a time and getting it all going. There we go. Yeah. So that's one of them. Oh, that one's cute. 2 ladies kissing. Say, play sure. That's really cute. There you go. A nice lady. It looks like a tarot card or something like that, Ooh, this is my shiny. Shiny. You can see my green screen start popping through. And then let's see. I saw a dino. Fizzy tabs. I saw a dino. That's very cute. And a DIY card. Yep. And let's see. The other day I actually made 2 microwave bowls. So on Thursday I'll show you those. That'll be cool. I'll show you some microwave bowls, and then tomorrow I'm going to be making some napkins. And actually, recently started watching a lady called the Crafty Gemini, which I am also a Gemini, so I thought that was really cute. That I was like, I found a fellow Gemini to watch. And she has lots of little tutorials about how to like sew little household things, napkins and bowls and things like that. So I'll be watching some of her content and then kind of producing it as an actual product. This one's cool. It looks like a Ghost Rider, like a guy. Very cool. And like guy in armor. A little, is that a prawn or a shrimp? I think that's a prawn, right? I think it's a prawn, right? Oh, nice. We got we got 2 foils this time. This is a cute one. A little foily card. And then we got one more foil card. Very cool. This one's will be this would be a cute background behind me. That'd be a cute background. Just like a shiny and chrome, right? Like the Mad Max style. But yeah, that was my little cards for today. You know, always cool. Yeah, cute shrimp. Yeah, that was definitely the best one. I agree too. That was the cutest one. Was the cute little shrimp, and that is from the Collective, is what it's called. Oop. There you go. The Collective, the Creative. I said Collective. The Creatives. Yeah. See, I can't even speak today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out and watching my digital stream about the further creations of my Patreon. Hopefully launching at the end of the month. I like to see. Yeah, it was a good pack. The 2 shinies and everything. It was a really good pack. I agree. It's good stuff. I'm like halfway through this box. I don't know. I might have to buy another box. Like I don't know. They're looking good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Hopefully you guys come out and watch me. I'm gonna be making. Originally I was gonna make one of the split shirts. But I think what I end up might be doing is I might make a split shirt beforehand and then talk about making pants. Or I might make pants beforehand and talk about, I don't know, I've been thinking about it. I don't know, I'll figure it out tomorrow. I'll figure it out. Yeah, see you later. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. I need some kind of sign off. I don't have a catchphrase yet. Anyways, bye y'all.